You guys have been asking for it. So today we're gonna be talking about money. I'm gonna have to pick all that up now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Josh Haynes. I'm a freelance photographer and filmmaker. I love all things filmmaking, and I'm here to teach you and help you grow. So if you're new here, think about clicking that subscribe button. Today, we're talking about budgets and how to assemble a budget, what goes into a budget, how do you make money as a filmmaker and a photographer. That's what we're talking about today. To not make this entirely boring, I brought in some help from Cody Warner and Burke Cody. I sent over each one of them a fake budget with a fake client and had them break it down, film, and show what they would do in this scenario. Budget number one was a music video, and I'm sending it over to my boy Burke because he shoots music videos. That's really his bread and butter. So I'm gonna let him take it over. There you go.
What's poppin', my peeps? How's it going? So Josh has sent me over a budget for a music video, and he wants me to piece it all together and show you guys how I'd break this down to allocate what I need for each specific thing. So we have a $3,000 budget. The project is for a 4-piece band. They're looking to shoot this in 3 locations. The 3 locations are a train station, a house, and then in the woods. And they also want to shoot this on a red. Usually the first thing that I would allocate out is what it's gonna cost me in order to do this, in order to shoot, edit, and direct the video. However, in this instance, since the band is looking for a red, I just want to see if that's even possible first. So what I did here was I pieced together a little bundle through a rental company, and the only things that I have are the red body, a top handle, a monitor, a card reader, a card, a lens, and then batteries. That's it, and just one lens. I went with the Rokinon Zine 35mm T 1.5. The reason that I'm picking that focal length is because personally I like that area of that focal length, and then also I know from experience that I'll be able to get wide shots if I just move further back, and then tight shots if I just move in closer. I found a couple coupons online, and that package for around like a 4 or 5 day rental is $945. I'm renting it Thursday through Monday. Usually rental companies don't charge you or count Sunday as a day. Just for sake of conversation, I'm gonna say that the shoot is on a Saturday, so I'll have the camera arrive on Thursday. That way that if there's any issues with delivery, I can make sure that I have an extra buffer day, and also I'll have that extra buffer day to mess around with the camera and make sure that everything's working properly. So with the camera rental out of the way, that leaves us with $2,055. Next thing we're gonna have to look at is location. The band wants to shoot this in 3 locations. They wanna shoot a house, in the woods, and then a train station. Personally for me, the one thing that kind of sticks out between the 3 of these is a train station. I don't really see a correlation between the train station, the house, and the woods. I'm going to recommend to the band that we do not shoot at a train station, and I would explain why. I would explain to them that, well, you know, a train station to me doesn't really connect to a house in the woods, and I would like to understand the correlation between the 3. You know, what is the significance of these 3 locations? One thing I will say is a permit for the train station for 4 hours is gonna cost us $200. So if we can just cut the train station out of the equation, save that $200 and put that into something else, that's only gonna give us a better product. I'm very confident that I'd be able to get this shoot done in an 8-hour day. So I'm gonna offer my friend $200 for 8 hours to rent his house and his property. Minus $200 for the location, that leaves us with $1,855 left over. Luckily for me, I already have a lot of the grip gear that we're gonna need, C-stands, lights, all that stuff. The one thing I will say is with the camera, I do have a shoulder rig. But I don't necessarily have a gimbal that I believe will be able to balance this camera. So if the band is looking to get any gimbal shots, we may have to reallocate and take a look to see how much it's gonna cost to either get a gimbal for the red, or we can maybe pitch them a different camera. It's not 100% necessary to shoot a music video on a red these days. You can get away with shooting on something like a C200 or an FS5 or an FS7 with an Atomos recorder so that you can record in ProRes RAW. So we don't have to spend any money on grip gear, all that stuff. We're good, we're covered in that department. But we will need to hire an extra set of hands. I'm gonna need to get a PA or a grip, somebody who can, you know, be a all-in-one guy. And luckily, the person who owns the location is actually the person that I usually hire. So we're kind of gonna get 2 in 1. He's gonna be there that day. We're renting his location. he's gonna make more money, and it's just gonna be a win-win for everybody. We're already paying him $25 an hour for an 8-hour day to rent the location. Now I'm gonna need to pay him an additional $30 an hour for that 8-hour day, which would be $240. This leaves us over with $1,615. So the rest that's allocated right now is for you to take home for shooting, editing, and directing this project, if those are all the hats that you're gonna play on this production. I will be 100% transparent. I don't necessarily take home the same amount of money every project, but I won't take under a certain amount. So you need to look at this number and decide, is this a number I'm comfortable with? Am I okay with making this amount of money? I can tell you right now, if they needed talent and all these additional things, we wouldn't be able to rent the Red. We might not even be able to rent a camera at all.
Like he was saying, being able to show the client that you can do things in a different way, even though it's not maybe shot on a Red, because maybe your budget doesn't call for it, or maybe this location isn't the greatest. These are the things that really go into a budget, trying to figure out the structure, trying to figure out the best way to go about it as possible. Just because they saw something on somewhere doesn't mean that you can't give them that, but maybe a little bit differently, maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe a better option that works for them, where the money can go somewhere else. Let's jump over to Cody and see what I sent him.
Got a job. Client wants a job done. 1-minute Facebook ad. They're a small barbecue joint. They need it done in 2 weeks. They're open to your creative tastes. 2 big things they want: footage from lunchtime, that's when they're busy. Also, they want some interview parts with the owner mixed in. Budget is $1,500 for 15. They want it for $1,500. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if $1,500 is more where you live. No, it's the opposite. Kansas City, Missouri is 14.9% more expensive than Harrisburg. $1,500. I don't even get out of bed. I can use it any way I want. Rentals, extra camera operator, etc. They're definitely not getting rentals. They're definitely not getting extra camera operator. This barbecue joint doesn't have a big enough budget, bro. I'll make it as good as I can make it. I'd give them a half-day shoot, which would cover the lunchtime, but we'd also have to do the interview with the owner. So hopefully the owner doesn't like work in it and isn't gonna be stressed out during the lunchtime hour. Maybe I just come at 10 and like get the owner to do the interview stuff. Half day shoot, 1 operator for me was always $800, leaving me $700 for the edit, which is like, what? Okay, so quoting it out, pre-production, give it to him for free. But I would put like, I'd say pre-production, $400, shot listing, scripting, questions, the producing that needs to go into the questions, $400, pre-planning, free, because I want to work with you because you're a small business and I like your barbecue. Second line item would be half day shoot, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 1 operator, probably, I would bring like a gimbal stabilizer and then a shoulder mount and then a tripod. That would be $800. The next thing since I only had $700 left in the budget, I would just be like 1-minute basic edit, which would be interview questions, B-roll from the lunch hour laid over top of it. Then what I would do is I would say that'd be $700. Below that I would say revision number 1 included. Like I'd give them 1 round of revisions. That because we didn't even put in the music licensing, which I always charge for music licensing. Even if you're using a subscription site, you have to make the people that are paying you eat some of your overhead costs. I would probably just say, free, take it off of the thing and like let them know I'm giving them a discount. But the biggest thing for me is just like setting an expectation in their mind that if they use me again, it's gonna be more expensive than what it was this time. So $700 edit, first revision included, second revision, $400. Like if they want to come back to me after I do the first revision, they're gonna have to pay me an additional $400 to do a second revision. In my mind, when I'm gonna do something for $1,500, it needs to be like one and done. You know what I'm saying? It can't take up a bunch of my time. Generally, when someone doesn't have a budget that's very big, they get super picky about everything. And it's like, look, you don't have the budget to be this picky. If they want a second round of revisions, it's gonna cost them $1,900. So make them force everything that they wanna change into that first round of revisions. That's how I would do it. 1 operator, 1 edit. I would probably crush that edit in like 30 minutes and just send it to them. They'd give me some revisions back and then I'd be done with that.
So to summarize this whole video, budgets are not the same, just like your fingerprint are not the same. You get a really good idea to build it faster later because you have all this stuff set up, but that doesn't mean that every budget is gonna be the same. My recommendation to you guys is to sit down and start making fake budgets and figuring out how you would spend the money. Sounds a little weird, sounds a little goofy, but trust me, it will help you in the future be more prepared for when a client comes and has a weird budget or any budget in general. All right, guys, that's it for me today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment below. Let me know if there's something else about budgets we didn't hit, questions that I can answer for you. Go check out Burke and Cody's channel if you haven't already. They're amazing content creators. You will learn so much from their channels. I cannot highly recommend them enough. Thank you so much, guys, for being a part of this video and helping me out. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You guys are amazing. I'm the Iron Giant. I'm out.
So we're already paying him $25 an hour for it.
I brought in help from Cody Warner and to not make the, oh my God, I'm butchering your guys' names right now. I'm so sorry.
Hey Siri, what's the cost of living compared to my house from Kansas City?
$300 in fives. I'm having to pick that up right now.
Hopefully you have a lot of stuff in here, Josh. I'm just kind of letting it vomit out.
1,500, it's like, I might put my shoes on, you know?
Oh, it bothers my OCD too that they're all gonna be like facing different. I'm literally gonna have to like fix this later because some of these are facing one way, some are facing, it freaks me out, man.
Him a little bit of money so that it's going to help him out. Don't use that.
That's how I do it. Sorry, that was a lot to edit. You got this, dude.